Hollywood, California was just a small village surrounded by orange groves when the first movie was filmed here in 1908. Today, it's home to a multi-billion-dollar industry. And celebrating this evolution is the Hollywood Heritage Museum. This treasure trove of movie memorabilia includes the Technicolor camera used to film Gone with the Wind in 1939, a hand-cranked motion picture viewer from the 1920s, and a recreation of The Office used by legendary filmmaker Cecil B. DeMille. But among these prominent displays is a small item that could be easily ignored.
The dimensions are 13 by 16 inches. The artifact is mounted in a dark wood frame. The surface is stained and yellowed.
This movie poster is linked to a forgotten film pioneer who revolutionized show business.
This story is about a woman, an invention, and a movie that changed entertainment forever.
It's the 1920s. From Charlie Chaplin's The Kid to Cecil B. DeMille's The Squaw Man, silent films enthrall moviegoers across the nation. And for movie makers, business is booming. Countless up-and-coming directors are looking to make their mark. Among them is 32-year-old Dorothy Arzner.
Dorothy Arzner was a very motivated and driven woman. She had a lot of ambitions, and she learned the craft of filmmaking literally from the ground up.
Arzner is about to get her biggest break yet. In 1928, Paramount asks Arzner to direct a movie starring one of Hollywood's biggest names, an actress named Clara Bow. Titled The Wild Party, the comedy represents an historic step for the studio. It will be Paramount's very first talkie.
Why, Mindy, I'm a new man.
A talkie is a movie with picture and sound. They are all the rage, and everyone wants a piece of this new technology.
But recording dialogue to go with moving pictures isn't easy. The early microphones have a very short range. So to pick up dialogue, microphones must be placed as close to the actors as possible. But this poses another problem, keeping the microphones out of the shot. To solve this issue, filmmakers employ a clever workaround.
In the early days of sound film, they would plant a microphone in a stationary object. So the actors had to stay close to that object so it could record their dialogue.
On January 2nd, 1929, Arzner begins shooting The Wild Party. But as soon as she calls action, Arzner runs into trouble with her leading lady.
Clara was a physical actress, and she moved around a lot.
In take after take, the actress wanders too far from the hidden microphones, rendering her lines inaudible. And no matter what Arzner does, her star isn't able to conform.
Clara was having a very difficult time adjusting to all of this. She would actually start to cry because she felt so frustrated.
The production falls woefully behind schedule. And if Arzner can't figure out a way to record the dialogue, the movie will be ruined.
She had to do something to get her movie back on track.
So can the director find a way to record sound?
It's 1929 in Hollywood. Dorothy Arzner has been given the opportunity to become the first woman to direct a talkie film. But as production gets underway, she faces a seemingly insurmountable problem: how to more effectively capture sound on set. Her solution changes movie history forever.
Finally, Arzner gives up on getting Clara Bow to stay still while she delivers her lines. Instead, she makes a decision that will revolutionize the film business. She asks a studio technician to find a fishing pole and instructs him to tie a microphone to the end.
Dorothy had never seen anything like this done before, but she was running out of options.
Arzner tells the crew member to stand just outside the camera's frame and follow Clara while holding the fishing pole above the actress as she moves. This way, the microphone is always dangling over the star's head. Then the director calls out, "Action."
Dorothy must have been a little bit nervous and more than a little anxious to see how this innovation would play out.
With the cameras rolling, Clara is finally able to move about freely and act naturally. And this time, the microphone picks up her every word.
Dorothy's contraption was a total success. It was a very clever innovation that would prove to be a lasting one.
In 1929, The Wild Party is released to critical and commercial acclaim. In Hollywood, word spreads quickly about Arzner's brilliant device. And soon, other studios begin using it to produce their talkies too. Adopting the name for a long pole, the invention comes to be known as the boom mic.
The boom mic is significant even to this day because it's still in use. It's used all the time on sets, and it's really a common industry tool.
Arzner goes on to direct films starring such greats as Katharine Hepburn and Joan Crawford, and makes history when she becomes the first female member of the Directors Guild of America.
Dorothy Arzner became known for her calm creativity and quick thinking under pressure, and directed more films for the Hollywood studio system than any woman at that time.
Today, this poster for The Wild Party, on loan to the Hollywood Heritage Museum, recalls an innovative filmmaker whose clever thinking got motion pictures talking.